Hey guys, this is Mr. Mike Productions with the explanation of Time Machine 2.0, my variation of Time Machine. And since this video got a lot of nice comments, some likes, I decided to post an explanation of the trick. So let's get straight into the tutorial. First off, just grab out of your deck the Ace of Spades. Once you do that, just introduce the Ace of Spades in any way that you would like. Leave it face up on the deck, and as you do that, explain how the Ace of Spades is known as the Time Machine in a deck of cards. So right now, the Ace of Spades is face up on top of the pack, and you're going to be right now in mechanic script, which is the thumb on the left long side, the index on the top short side, and the middle ring and pinky on the right long side. You're going to slightly adjust this grip by curling your index finger beneath the deck on your first knuckle, like so. So now this is the new grip that you're in. Using your thumb, you're going to have a card selected. You just riffle through the card, then whenever the spectator says stop, you stop riffling. And you're going to put your index finger in the place where they said stop. The index finger would be basically doing the job of a bookmark or a pinky break. It's just marking the spot where the card would be. So they say stop right here, and you place your index finger where they say stop. And once you put your index finger there, your other fingers are going to cover the rest of the deck like that. Because the reason for why you're doing that is because you're going to take out two cards and not just one card out of the deck. So the way to take out two cards is when you riffle down and put your index finger in, you're gonna use the index finger to stop two cards. So you just release two cards with your thumb. Just one and then two cards. Once you have that and you're hiding that whole thing with your fingers. Once you have the two cards that are together like this, you're going to use your middle finger to pull them out. The middle finger is going to be on the top left corner of those two cards. And you're just going to pull it out like this. So this is the movement that you're doing to pull out the card. So you pull it out like this, and you can now release your index finger. Turn your hand palm down and take out those two cards, and they think their selected card is the 5 of diamonds, but there's actually a random card behind it. So you're going to hold these two cards together as one. Don't hold it too tight because then they'll get suspicious. Just hold a good amount of pressure as you're holding these two cards. Flip over the Ace of Spades, the Time Machine on top of the pack, and then both cards. So now the situation is a random card, the 5 of diamonds, their selection, and then the Ace of Spades, the Time Machine. So now what you do is you pretend like you're taking the 5 of diamonds, a selection in the pack, and the spectator knows that you are putting it in, but you know that it's actually a random card. So you act like you're just placing in the selection, square the deck up, show that everything's normal, the card is completely lost. Now what you're going to do is right now they think that their card is lost, which means that obviously the Ace of Spades should be on top. The Ace of Spades is two cards down. So the explanation to this is just to do a double lift. Get your break under the two cards, 1, 2. Get a small pinky break under those two cards, and flip over both cards as one card, the Ace of Spades, and you do not flip it back over, just leave it face up. So now you have the Ace of Spades face up, and then beneath that the 5 of diamonds, which they don't know. Now this is the time when you're going to perform the Cardini change. So you do your flick, which leaves the 5 of diamonds on top face up, and the Ace of Spades at the bottom of the pack. Now you're going to just flip over the 5 of diamonds and then you can do whatever, you go back in time. And before that, when I did the Cardini change, you could do a movement or whatever you want to show that you go back in time. So you just flipped over the 5 of diamonds on top of the pack, and the ace of spades is on the bottom. Now this is when you use my move, which I call the turnover change, and what it does is it takes the bottom card to the top of the deck. And the way to do that is to simply, first off, get a break under the bottom card. A small pinky break. So you have your pinky break. You're going to come over with your right hand and lift up the cards besides the pinky break. Not so much, really slightly. You're going to pick it up very slightly, which allows you to flip the card like so. And what you're going to do is you're going to clip it between your pinky and the base of your thumb. Let me try to explain that a little better. So you have your pinky break. You're going to lift up slightly, and you're going to turn over that bottom card, the ace of spades. And you're going to push it towards where the pinky and the thumb is. And the pinky and the thumb are directly across from each other, which makes this perfect to hold the card. So you just flip it over, clip it between the pinky and the thumb, and from the top it looks invisible. It looks like you haven't done anything. So you're just holding it like this. It holds everything. Nothing looks suspicious. And all you're going to do now to get that card on the top is you're going to lift up with your hand, and you're going to align the card exactly with the deck. You're aligning the card with the deck so that when it falls, it doesn't fall on like that, so it doesn't look suspicious. So you have it clipped. You're going to make sure it's aligned properly, and then you're going to simply let it fall. But as you let it fall, cover the card with your hand to make it look like nothing has happened. So you get your clip, align it, let it fall while covering the card. Act like nothing has happened. Do a rub, snap to go back in time, and when you snap, the illusion appears that the ace of spades has come back to the top and the 5 of diamonds is still underneath. It has a really nice ending to it. I really like the ending. It is a little bit different. It's nice and different and unique. That's what I really like about this effect. I hope I explained the tutorial well enough. If you do have any concerns, or if you're in need of help with performing something, maybe the Cardini change or maybe my turnover change, please PM me. I would do my best to help you. This is Mr. Mike Productions with a tutorial on Time Machine 2.0. I'll see you next time with the next tutorial.